So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Germany.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
So it's away we go then. And here's Shevchenko.
Shevchenko really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Stiller. And that's aimed into the middle. Gabriel with the clearance. Vieira. Pinches it off him. Messi. And it's Messi. Good ball, good take. And he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Witz. Havertz. Havertz! And for a moment, time stood still.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched.
Mbappe. There's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe! And he's being shifted off it. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Musiala. Adeyemi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Fiore. Chance for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
So it is still 0-0. Kimmich. Germany are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Cannavaro. Now Fiore. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Havertz, out to the left it goes. Wirtz going full steam ahead down the left flank. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. No outsmarting him this time. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Realm. Stood up well to him there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Looking for options for movement. Musiala. Wirtz. Decent progress down the left. Now that looks a decent ball.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Keeper's dealt with that. In again. No way through, so back it comes. Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It'll be a throw-in. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shevchenko gets into a good position. And Shevchenko! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Shevchenko usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Stiller. And it's Wirtz. Played back towards his own goal. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That has been slung wide. And the first 45 minutes are up. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. There's the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Musiala, that's a good ball out wide. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, sweet feet. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Looking to play him in. And he's intervened well there. And That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. And it's Shevchenko. And this is Park Ji-sung. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
It's played through for him. He's found a way through. Hangs what he gets big. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Park Ji-sung is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
He has found the way through. Swings it across.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Zanetti. Vieira. Spreads it out wide. He's in plenty of space here. Kimmich did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Aimed beyond the defence. Raum receives it in a wide position. Raum. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, he's been flattened there.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Gabriel. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That looks a good ball through. Mbappe picks it up out wide. That is good strength. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Wirtz. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Musiala. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's Musiala. Tries to pass it through.
Germany really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Big header! It's in! And that could well be the winner!
But before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
25.
Milan have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's there to get it away. Mbappe, deftly away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Milan really are responding in the right manner. Now they're looking focused and motivated.
Kimmich.
Germany really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Goretzka.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
It's Kimmich. And it's Andrich. Spread out to the left. Tries to play it through. Now the cross. And that is as far as it goes. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Messi, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Milan genuinely looked a very good outfit out there. A good collective effort to keep the opposition at bay while also ensuring they carried out enough menace at the other end.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
The crowd rises for the national anthem of South Korea. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
So it's away we go then. Ribéry totally focused today, as always, as he has been throughout the 499 appearances he's made up until this one.
Well, Peter, it's so good to see everyone show the appreciation that's fully deserved. Although I'm sure he himself won't be thinking about that. All he'll be thinking about will be making sure that he ends up on the winning side here.
Zanetti, and it's Messi. Vieira.
And this is Shevchenko. Lee Kang-in. South Korea looking to pass their way through. Son Heung-min looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Flings in across, and he can clear it away, and they can counter here. Messi going face to face with his great rival, and it's Ribéry. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Tries to pass it through. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? Fiore, he's in a great position here. Son Heung-min.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
It's been shipped out wide. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Makalele.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
This is Ribéry. That's really well cleared.
And he's there to retrieve it.
Fiore. Great chance! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Son Heung-min.
No, He's seen through all of that.
This is the time you need that pace.
That's really well manoeuvred.
And it's Makalele. Vieira plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Son Heung-min. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement.
Gabriel, 15 minutes till half-time. Hwang Hee-chan, Son Heung-min picks it up out wide, shapes to shoot! Ribery. Costa Curta. Vieira.
It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Kim Min-jae. Ribery.
And there's his chance to lead the counter.
And it's Stoichkov. That has not gone well.
And here's Shevchenko. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Spread out to the left. Shifted it to the flank. Good ball, good... There's the shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here! And a chance!
Vieira.
And that'll be the final action of the first half.
A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Just a quick announcement, it is now time for
So
our
they head in
special lottery.
no further
Please
forward.
grab the
The
tickets
score
you were given
here,
when you were
still
walking through the
0-0.
gates. And please welcome our lads to the field.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Son Heung-min. Hwang Hee-chan looking for the run.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what has happened here? And again! And again! Sticks it away! The second half sparks straight into life! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, where you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 6.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Hwang Hee-chan. Oh, good spread. That's Lee Kang-in. Threads one in. And that has found him in acres of space. Oh, sweet feet. Lee Kang-in. Oh, super ball. Big chance! Son Heung-min goes short. Costa Curta is there, and he can get that clear. Nice looking ball. Oh, well played. Goes for a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Gabriel gets good distance on it.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Ribéry. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Makaleli. Stoichkov being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, he's the main threat, so if he attracts much of the attention, then others have to make hay.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Son Heung-min. Aimed beyond the defence. Looking to shot a goal! Makaleli can get it clear. Pings in across. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Spread it left. Oh, that's nice. An instinctive delivery. And it's claimed by the keeper. Under an awful lot of pressure. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. He's played it back. And this is Son Heung-min. Plays it across.
Substitution for South Korea.
South Korea choosing to make the first change.
Number 18, Lee Kang-in.
Nicely weighted ball. Son Heung-min receives it in a wide position.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Nakamura gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
And it's Ribéry. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Somewhat off target. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Not the most convincing of passes. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Looking to go deep. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Milan are running out of time to save themselves. Deep cross. Gabriel is there and he can get that clear.
South Korea really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should...
Chance for a shot!
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. He is just caressing the ball. In towards the back stick. Gabriel can get it clear. And reclaimed it in a trice. And that will be it. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Signore e signori,
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There is Franck Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like
il
that.
numero 25, Nakamura. Il numero 17, Ribéry.
There's the whistle, and here we go. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Always onto this. Fernando Torres. That's the keeper's ball. Antonio Silva can get it clear. Stefan Savic. And it's Marusic. Stefan Savic. And it's Marusic. It has been a rather gentle affair so far. Stefan Savic. Not the most accurate pass. Davids. Cannavaro.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Nakamura, very much a man of this moment. That's really nicely played. And he can clear it away. Rooney stood his ground strongly.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Great defending, strong and determined. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Jovetic. It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Antonio Silva gets it clear. Davids. Ribéry. Ribéry going face-to-face with his great rival. It's Nakamura. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. Oh, this looks sharp. And they can counter here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's played forward, and the counter is on. Nakamura. And it's Rooney. This looks promising. And Torres!
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's forced to go back. Vieira. That's headed upfield. Can he finish? I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. He gets big. He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Nakamura. Rooney. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, well measured. And the finish! Goal! Milan! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Ha segnato al 37° minuto, numero 11. Fernando Torres! Fernando Torres! Fernando Torres!
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Opts for safety.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Stood up well to him there. Milan have it back and can go again. Ribery chasing after it. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Nakamura. And it's Fernando Torres. That's a nicely shaped ball.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Antonio Silva. And here's Stoichkov. Stoichkov! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan leading 1-0 at the break. And we're off again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
That's really well manoeuvred. Looking for options for movement.
He's having a shot! They've done it!
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Great run on the overlap here. Good ball, good take. Good take, and is he in?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's nice. Played in deep. Courtois claims it. Safe hands. More and more pressure on the ball here. Rooney, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Fernando Torres. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's on it, can he get away? And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And that takes him up to 30. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Milan are simply cruising along with this 3-goal lead. Ribery was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Stoichkov under intense pressure.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Cleared away. Stoichkov! He can get that clear. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Big header! No, not the best of headers. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Stoichkov. Looking to play him in. Hangs one in. And he's taking no chances there. What a throw in. Hoisted in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Marusic. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Marusic. Marusic. Just too much on that. Vieira gets good distance on it. Jovetic. AC Milan could counter here. Oh, delightful ball. He's found a way through. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Jovetic. Now it's Marusic. Played out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cannavaro makes the interception. Vieira looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Montenegro finding their passes. Davids. And it's Nakamura. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's forced to go back. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Stoichkov. Marusic. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Vieira. Ribery. Played into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Played out to the left flank. Played in early. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Stoichkov claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Portugal. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings the power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. And that gets things running. Passing nice and neat. Pedro Neto receives it in a wide position.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Vieira. Makaleli. Well, that looks a decent ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That has been cut short. Rafael Leao. And it's Mendes. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Diogo Dallo. Pedro Neto. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Antonio Silva tries to clear. Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. And that's been drilled in. Oh, he's been caught on it here. In again. It's a mighty effort. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Right, Shevchenko looking to play him in. And this is Torres. Chance, surely! They want to be quick to recover this. Now that is commitment to the cause.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the flag has stayed down. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Koundé. And it's Fernando Torres.
Fernando Torres really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedro Neto. Rafael Leao. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Rafael Leao looking for options for movement. Nakamura. And it's Koundé. And Antonio Silva. Barcola. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mendes. Played out to the left flank. And the counter is on. Turns back here, probably the best option. Koundé, 30 minutes gone. Tries to pass it through. Very nicely done. Rafael Leao. Nicely aimed pass. Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. And it's Dallo. Vieira. Nakamura. Now it's Stoichkov. Spread out to the left. Good ball, good take. Up he goes! Goal, Milan! The breakthrough strike. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, what a climb! Zanetti gets rid without sophistication. Bernardo Silva. A heavy challenge. Makalele did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shifted it to the flank. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Vitinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Vamos aplaudir a entrada em campo dos nossos jogadores.
There's the start of the second half. Milan carrying a one-goal lead. He came in hard, very hard. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cristiano Ronaldo. He rises! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Danger averted for now. Vitinha. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And it's Fernando Torres. Nakamura. And this is Nakamura. Played in by Nakamura. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Still just a single goal between the sides. Pass somewhat off target. Makalele. That is a great pick out. Torres! Sticks it away! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Looking for the run, Bernardo Silva. Pulls over the line, and it is a corner. And it's been taken short. Now the big header! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Portugal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Rafael Leao. It's a promising position. Back towards the middle. Shevchenko. That pass isn't the best. Pedro Neto. And it's Bernardo Silva.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's skewed away. No outsmarting him this time. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Marcola proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Nuno Mendes. Now Gonzalo Inacio. Pedro Neto. Marcola gets across to intercept that. Vieira. Kunde, Antonio Silva. Over to the other side.
Good switch, that.
Tries to play it through. Now it's Stoichkov. Gonzalo Inacio. Nuno Mendes. Rafael Leao. And it's Bernardo Silva. Now it's Torres.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 8. Número 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. Número 18.
What about that from Hristo Stoichkov? Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And they are cruising away. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
A case now of complete control.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Nuno Mendes. Milan are almost home and dry now. Gonzalo Inacio. Joao Felix. Time and again they are repelled. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's well spotted. Joao Felix. Rafael Leao. And now the breakaway. Played out to the right. Gonzalo Inacio. To Conceição. Nicely weighted ball.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Now this could be a chance. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Ribery. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's certain... And Shevchenko! Yes! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Milan have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart.
And we're done. Milan looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Makaleli claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.